Hey y'all, it's your girl Kimberly P. Welcome back to my channel, KP Sparks. And we got my cousin right here, you know what I mean? Natural Kivo. What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about social media, the impact of social media, I guess.
Yeah, you know, the good and the bad. And it was kind of like influenced by one of our favorite vloggers, Ron K. Raji. If you're watching this, we love you. We really love your videos. Like, I really love your videos, and your video about social media was just really awesome. And we wanted to touch on it a little bit more in this. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. So what do you think are some good things that come from having like this social media account?
I think that you can get to influence different types of people. One thing that I really like is the tool on Instagram where you can check like how many people, the insights.
Yeah,
where you can
really
see
cool.
like how many people looked at your page and how many people that aren't following you that looked at, you know, your picture or your post. You know, it really keeps you thinking about like what to post next so that you could keep like those numbers. Well, not just focusing on numbers, but the goal is to get people to follow you and follow your content. So I think that's very helpful when I actually get to see how many people like I'm reaching, like looking at my stuff.
You influence people in the makeup aspect of it, and I influence people like, you know, because I be rapping on my channel, but I make videos and I talk and things like that. But I really like what you touched on, like you're able to influence people, and it's like, you know, anyone could be in their room saying, little old me, like, who can I influence? You have the ability to, you know, encourage that one person that thinks that they don't look pretty that day. Like, you're already beautiful as you are right now, but let's, you know, you can even enhance it using makeup and things like that.
I mean, I think that it's good that you could like keep up with, you know, old friends, but the like when you look at it in the broad, the grand scheme of things, it's like if you have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 followers, like some of those, like a very small percentage are the people that you know.
Yeah,
so
that's so true.
Those people, you know, may not want to see my lipstick picture today or whatever. So it's really inspiring to see other people that you don't know like actually follow.
I know. I think that's what really makes my heart smile anytime that I post a video or I see a comment. When like I see a comment from someone I don't know, and I've seen them write something like, "Oh my gosh, you made my day! Like, you're another black girl that was in computer science. I've never seen this." Like, I'm just like, wow, like I don't even know you, homie, but you feel like encouraged by me. So that's really cool. I'm trying to open up with the good. So let's continue to think of good things.
I think that like you in a way build a community. And I say so because I've done like Snapchat takeovers, and like people that have followed me obviously are still following me, and like just always say nice things to me. And like I don't know them, you know, per se, but I respect that they like something that I'm doing, and like be like, oh, I like her eyebrows or whatever reason they follow me. It's like, wow, like people actually like what I'm doing that aren't my family or my friends. So,
I know, and they're not forced to.
Nobody's paying them to follow me, so it's like it just makes me happy that, you know, I'm doing something and like I would like to grow.
Another thing I would say, you know, when you're able to interact with people on social media, you're able to like, gain new friendships as well. And one great lady that I have in my life, Mo. God is my boss.
You know that God is my boss. You know that God is my boss. You know that God.
I gained her friendship through social media, through YouTube. I didn't know her before I started my channel, but I met her and we found out we both had YouTube channels. We were like, yeah, girl, you subscribe, how you cool? We were rapping for so long, and I'm really grateful for her because, to be honest, like she really pushes me to put videos up because she don't like. If you check out, first off, you need to subscribe right now. So I'm gonna give you a second. Okay, you need to subscribe. And now that she's subscribed, you'll notice that she's very consistent. She just hit 1K. I'm really proud of her. But she really pushes me to, you know, go after what I know God has placed on my heart to do, which is to be an influencer on YouTube. And by me being on YouTube, I'm able to meet people like her that will push me towards my destiny, push me towards my passion. So I think that's another great thing that comes from social media. You're able to connect with other people that are driven in the same areas that you're driven in.
I agree. I recently went to Beauty Behind the Brushes brunch by Lo Nicely. That's her name on Instagram, but her real name is Lauren Nicely. And you know, when I went there, I just felt so empowered because there were other women. There were like 4 or 5 other women that look all glammed up, you know what I'm saying? But they really opened out their hearts to us and just let us know that, you know, like we go through real stuff. And at the end of the day, this is what you need to do if you want people to take you seriously. Like you need to be consistent. You know, you need to to have your page organized in a certain way so that when new people are coming, they're not like, oh, what is this person like trying to look at on their page?
Kind of like what you said just now about like people being glammed up. You don't see the bad, you just see like them being glammed up on social media. Their photos look amazing. They're traveling every week with Bae. Oh girl, where your Bae at?
They're opening lipstick boxes, brushes,
hauls.
I just be like, I want that. When does mine come in?
You see all of that, right? But you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. So that's where we're going to transition to now, the bad that can influence you from social media.
I think that people think they have to like look perfect. I mean, for you to like get attention, to get looked at, your pictures do have to have a certain quality. But at the same time, like us as followers, we follow somebody that has 100,000 followers and think that their life is perfect.
Yeah.
Just how we're human, they're human as well. They're just doing, you know, more things or something different to build themselves and get people looking at them. But that doesn't mean that like they can't erase their childhood or whatever they've been through just because they're opening a box of lipstick, or you know, Anastasia Beverly Hills sent them something. Like that's something that I always, you know, have to remember, because I be on everybody's Snapchat like, dang, like I'm paying for this stuff. They getting like 15 of them for free, like 20 of them for free to use on clients on their We only post pictures of us happy.
It's the highlights.
Yeah, we only post pictures of us happy. Not that we want anybody to see us when we're down, but at the same time, one thing I do like about Snapchat is I be seeing people without their wigs and because they feel more real. Like they don't feel like stuff is gonna be up for people to look at the whole time. It goes away the next day.
Yeah.
So
I know you mentioned to me like you see all these people with a bunch of subscribers on YouTube or a bunch of followers on Instagram. Do you know how hard like of work, how much work they had to put in to get there? Like if you see like somebody with a big following, look at how many videos they have up. Like think about what they did to get there. Like of course you see the glory now, but think about their backstory. Like they had to go through a lot of stuff. They started off with like a camcorder on their YouTube channel, iPhone, recording with that. Think about that. Like think about where they started off, rather than just focusing on like, okay, this is what I'm seeing now.
Where they are
glory.
Now.
There's always gonna be someone that has more than you. There's always gonna be someone that's receiving haul stuff, receiving weave. There's always gonna be someone there that's like that. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Well, you're in a relationship, but as far as like seeing in Las Vegas with Bae, in Miami with Bae, but it's just like you'll think that where's my own like I don't know.
Well, I'm thinking when's the rain coming?
Oh yeah. Every week engagement.
Every week.
It's our
one of her friends are getting engaged every single week.
Your time is in God's time, and you can't compare where they're at right now because that was their time to be in a relationship. You can't say, where's my, like, of course you can be like, okay, God, I'm open and I'm willing, you know, for whoever is coming that you have in store for me, but know that, you know, their timing is not your timing. It's like, it's different for everybody.
So another thing that we wanted to talk about, you know, for the negative was just sad that like people can't really be themselves all the way. I know there was one time I was following this girl, I don't want to really put her out there, but she has a really big following, and she posted a picture of her daughter, and it looked like she had bleach in her hair, but it was really gold spray paint, and people were just like going in like thousands of comments about like how she's a terrible mother, this, that, and the third, and it's just like, wow, like she can't even take a picture with her daughter, you know, like they do natural hair stuff, you know. So it just sucks that sometimes the people that we follow, and you know, us that are aspiring to build our following, don't feel like we can always completely post something because we feel like people are going to get attacked for it. And also another example is, you know, for me that does makeup, a lot of people go on makeup pages and be like, oh,
for why?
That's too much makeup, or that's too much this, or that's too much that, or too much for me. But it's like, I mean, if this page has 200,000 followers, I mean, they're doing something right, you know, to the point where, I mean, if you don't like it, then you take your follow and go somewhere else, you know?
Honestly, like, someone's actually commenting on a video like, well, they told me this in person. They were like, yeah, you're too goofy in your videos. It's not funny. And I'm just like, I'm being me. And it actually made me want to draw back a little bit. Like, dang, like, am I doing too much? Am I being too goofy? But I'm just like, I'm being vulnerable. I'm making myself open and putting myself out there, and like I'm not getting paid though.
No.
Like, you know, release to inspire others. Like that's literally what I want to do. So I guess what we're trying to say is to, you know, treat others how you would want to be treated.
Like, yeah, like I mean, you want to go in on the comments, like, you know, if you, I feel like if you know the person or you really feel like they're doing something wrong, like you could send them a DM. Like everybody don't need to see that and see how negative you feel about it, because sometimes the stuff be like, it's too much.
Not in public. Like do things in love. Like if you want to correct somebody, like I get that. Like I understand, because there's a lot of in the fishing community. Something I noticed is just like if somebody does something that's just like I don't really understand why you're doing it. Sometimes a person would just put them on blast in the comments, like, girl, what you just still say, or be like gossip or whatever. Instead of you not going into DMs, be like, sis, like I'm concerned about what I'm seeing and stuff like that. You have to do things out of love, because you don't know what the ties back. You don't know somebody's backstory, what they're going through and things like that, why they've made that post.
You don't know if they were suicidal before they posted that picture, and then now you just like
you really put them down, like to the low.
Yeah, because people are putting themselves out there for you to help you, you know, to help everybody. You know, we're here to build each other. And build a community. So we can't do that if we're tearing each other down.
Hey, just be mindful what you post, bro. Like if you don't like it, you don't really gotta say nothing. I ain't asked you to put an answer down there what you think. I mean, unless I put a question in my caption. But I guess the whole scheme of things we're trying to wrap up to say is to know the good and the bad of social media.
Use it as an instrument for us to build each other.
Like, use it in a good way. Like
we want to connect with other people and meet with other people.
We want to connect, build each other up. Like don't
find what you like and then connect with that person. Like that's
don't go on a makeup page and talk about her makeup being too much.
Don't tell me about my eyebrows.
Because you about to be.
If you can't even put on lipstick, like come on, like you know.
You about to be seeing makeup if you go to her page. You're gonna see me laughing if you come to my page. Like that's just what you're gonna get. That's pretty much it. Thanks so much, Kezo, for being in this video. So you wanna shout out your channel?
Yeah, Natural Kibo. You know, I put it in the description box.
What do you do on your channel?
I do pretty much, you know, I'm adding life, makeup, and then hair. So those are the three things that, and by life I mean like talking about whatever. So I'm not putting that in a box, but that's what I'm doing.
She got some bombs that she dropped in this video, so you definitely need to subscribe. You know what I mean? And she's part of the fam, so you gotta subscribe. You know, as always, like, comment, and subscribe, and that's
share the joint, share this video,
share. And Rocky, maybe you'll see it. You inspired this. You're doing great things on your channel, so thank you again. That's all we got. Peace and blessings.